we're going to get right into it. Let me get this over here for you guys so we can talk about this Laura Loomer article in which she says Marjorie Taylor Greene's got Arby's in her pants. It's pretty amazing stuff. Let's see. There you go. At least this computer's working. I think it's too hot for my computer. There you go. Boom. All right. So we've got Laura Loomer's defamation deposition will make your head explode. And oh, will it. If you guys haven't seen this, somebody brought this up to me last night, and I was absolutely losing it. So here, let's just pop in here. Let's just go and pull this up all the way here. Laura Loomer's deposition against HBO late-night host Bill Maher has offered absurd new insights into the woman unofficially tasked with federal staffing decisions. The self-appointed loyalty enforcer has had enormous success influencing the Trump administration from the safety of her X account. An analysis by the Daily Beast found that at least 16 individuals were fired from the federal government after Loomer singled them out as covert Democratic agents. Oh my God. But more than 200 pages of Loomer's transcribed deposition in her defamation lawsuit against Maher shed light on the influencer's beliefs and prerogatives and illustrate her as a raving conspiracist rather than a fine-tuned firing machine. And that's not news to anybody. Not anybody that knows anything about Laura Loomer. We all knew she was a raving conspiracy theorist loon. That's not new. That's not new. But let's see. It goes on to say, in sprawling answers to completely unrelated questions, Loomer's rants about George Stephanopoulos, her lack of boyfriends, and her inability to get a White House press credential in an interview that quickly flies off the handle. In one particularly wild exchange, Loomer practically roasted Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene as someone who puts roast beef in her pants. I can't laugh without I can't read this and not laugh. What is your basis for saying she puts Arby in her pants? Maher's legal counsel asked. She carries roast beef in her pockets, Loomer responded. What is your basis for saying she puts roast beef in her pockets and in her pants? The counsel pressed. Because I know she likes to eat at Arby's, Loomer said, further clarifying that she believes Greene puts the meat sandwiches in her pants and that she believed Greene would agree with that statement. Just the added in, she would agree with that statement. I'm not sure Marjorie Taylor Greene. Marjorie Taylor Greene says a lot of wild shit. I don't know if she would agree with that statement. I am pretty sure. I am 100% sure Laura Loomer is saying she's loose down below. But to hear this is in a court of law. This is during a defamation case. Guys. This is a defamation case against Bill Maher. I don't know why she's talking about this. But it gets better, guys. That's just the beginning. That's just the beginning. Are you making a derogatory comment about her sex life by talking about Arby's in her pants? The counsel asked. No, I'm talking about Arby's, the sandwiches. I'm talking about Arby's. I'm a very direct person, Loomer said. If I was making a derogatory comment, I would have said it. Immediately after the Arby's exchange, Loomer offered another gem without provocation. She believed Senator Lindsey Graham is gay. Several of President Trump's staff have told me in confidence that Lindsey Graham is gay, Loomer said. Hold on, Miss Loomer. There's no question, responded Maher's attorney. Oh, man. It's kind of amazing. She's at a defamation trial, guys. She is suing Bill Maher for saying that she may have slept with Donald Trump. That's what this whole thing is about. The whole thing is saying that Laura Loomer had slept with Donald Trump, and she is suing for defamation. But here we go. We're going to get better here. It gets better. It gets better. Oh, man. Oh, man. So she goes on to start talking about Bill Maher at this point, right? And there's some insinuations about Graham's sexuality. In September, Loomer on the X platform wrote, when is Lindsey coming out of the closet? We all know you're gay, Lindsey, and that's okay. She went on to write, there's no reason why Lindsey Graham, South Carolina, needs to hide the fact that he's a gay man. Come on, Lindsey. I like men too. Don't clip that. Go ahead and clip that. No need to hide. I want you to relieve yourself of your toxic, closeted anger. It's 2024. Nobody needs to hide that they're gay anymore. Oh, sorry. No one needs to hide that they're gay anymore. She defended those remarks to Bulger, who raised the exchange. She said, I called him gay. It's well known. Several President Trump's staff have told me in confidence that Lindsey Graham is gay. Further, she said, a number of people in Republican circles told me that they've attended dinners where he's brought male significant individuals with him, like significant others. I will say that he never denied being gay after I said that, she said. Bulger stressed she did not ask for Loomer to explain the accusation, and Loomer's own attorney, Larry Klayman, objected to the topic being further discussed. Like Laura Loomer's own lawyer, while Laura Loomer is talking, is like, I object! I object! I would like her to stop, please. Please stop. Please stop. Oh, but there's more. Oh, but there's more, guys. Oh, dude. This is fucking, like I said, Idiocracy did not do justice to this insanity. It did not do a good enough job. Okay. So after the lawyer has objected to her talking, which is appropriate, Bulger also raised a similar attack by Loomer on Imhoff, Vice President Kamala Harris's husband, this one more focused on his masculinity. Weeks before the election, Loomer posted, if you call yourself second gentleman, you're just gay. Men aren't supposed to be second to women. It's called biological hierarchy, and we should respect it. There's a reason why she tells him to answer your effing phone. She has no respect for him because he's lowered himself into being a loser. Asked if Loomer had any reason to think Imhoff was gay, she clarified she did not mean he was a homosexual. Gay can mean either homosexual, or it can also just mean, like, you're, like, weak, you know? It's, like, also used as a term to describe, like, weak men. It is, so it's like and I do believe that he's a weak man, Loomer said. You know, I'm on X. Only because of Benjamin Dixon, to be honest with you. I tried to get off of X. Sounds like I'm addicted to drugs. I tried to get off of X, and then Benjamin Dixon told me to stop being a coward and get back on there and to fight with people. I don't fight with people as much, but every once in a while I just repost something Benjamin Dixon said. She went on to say Maher would not understand respect in a relationship because he hasn't been married. The Loomer also is not married. She said in the deposition that she had a boyfriend for a year. The Florida-based Loomer also discussed her ejection from the Pulse trial, where prosecutors unsuccessfully sought a criminal conviction against the wife of dead shooter Omar Mateen, who killed 49 people at a gay nightclub in Orlando in 2016. Loomer's press credentials were revoked shortly after she followed the family of Noor Salman into the parking lot after her questions incited a sudden end to a press conference. But she recalled the event differently. I, during the press conference, asked the family members of the terrorists whether or not they condemned jihad, and the family was being represented by CARE, which is the group that lobbied Twitter to ban me, she said. They've been designated as an Islamic terrorist organization in the United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia. She went on to further criticize CARE, the Council on American Islamic Relations, a DC-based nonprofit that advocates for Muslim civil rights. She also suggested that Salman should not have beaten the charges. I want to remind you guys. That this is a defamation trial against Bill Maher. This has nothing to do with Laura Loomer's personal life. And she just can't help herself. It's fucking diarrhea of the mouth. She can't help herself, guys. This is beyond amazing. It's just, I don't even know what to say. It's just a cell phone, right? It's just a cell phone. Levon. What's up, Levon? If it's experimental, it's not gay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I do believe Loomer is Jewish, Shade Dragon. I believe that's true. I could be wrong about that, though. I do believe there's one more thing that I wanted to go in on here. God, I don't know if I should say that in that manner. There is one more here. There's one more. The mega firebrand whose influence on President Donald Trump is growing was pressed in her deposition about insults she made regarding the genitals of Marjorie Taylor Greene and Kamala Harris. Her claim that the senator is secretly gay, Lindsey Graham, became public when the deposition was briefly available on a court docket before being sealed. When asked about why she said it, Laura Loomer said, "I was under oath. I couldn't lie." Oh, dude. Two other vile comments she made came back to haunt her in the deposition. Loomer, 32, said that last year that Harris was then the vice president, had an infested snatch. I don't know what to say about this timeline other than that it's the dumbest timeline. Loomer claimed that Maher's remark about her sleeping with Trump, which was a widespread rumor at the time, kept her from landing a job in the White House and thus from profiting from the experience she would have received in the role. As we all know that getting a role in Donald Trump's government is very lucrative. You make a lot of meme coin money off of that. Lindsey Graham also called you toxic around the time you were at the debate, and yeah, right? Yeah, that's true. Okay, and you responded to him on Twitter, right? Yeah, I called him gay. Okay. Can you mark this as exhibit? It's well known. Can we mark this as exhibit whatever we're at? 31. Oh my God. It's well known, Loomer said of Graham's sexuality. Bulger tried to move on, saying, "Hold on, Miss Loomer, there's no question." Loomer responded, "I know, I'm just explaining." I don't. What do you say to this? This is a quote from Lindsey Graham back in 2010, guys. This is a quote from Lindsey Graham in 2010. "I know it's really going to upset a lot of gay men. I'm sure hundreds of them are going to be jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge. But I ain't available. I ain't gay. Sorry." That's my Lindsey Graham. It's the best I can do right now. I can only really do Lindsey Graham if I'm channeling the Brett Kavanaugh trial. "I am so sorry for the way that you are being treated, sir. The way that you and your family, sir, are being treated right now. It's an absolute tragedy." And to be honest, it's pretty dramatic. I mean, I understand. It just, Arby's sells roast beef. It's just an expression. It's just an expression. What do you say to that? This is real life, guys. This is real life. I just want you guys to understand that this is what we're going through right now. This is what they voted for. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And check out that video on the screen now.